Hiya, and yes, I managed to get another question for my pipeline before it ran dry. Lucky, eh? Well, actually, I'll tell a lie, I've got another one now, so I'm kind of okay till February time. When I posted the UAsk IAnswer promo for video 59, which was about, I think it was about a month ago now, I got a question asked by Arindam Dutta, who is a project manager in the Business Program Management Office for Fraazo, one of India's largest commerce startups, on a mission to provide every Indian household farm fresh fruits and vegetables daily, ordered from the convenience of their own home. What a great mission. Yeah? The question he asked was, how does an organisation promote distributed leadership specifically at customer touchpoints? He also had, we Arindam and I, we also had an airline message exchange, and he said his question was prompted by a rather disturbing big story recently in India about an incident on November the 26th when a inebriated passenger relieved himself on an elderly woman. I think it was in business class. Oh dear. The cabin crew, who cleaned her seat and provided her a change of clothes, allegedly did not restrain the passenger or file a complaint. The airline reported the matter to police over a month later on December the 28th. According to sources, Air India didn't even report the matter since they considered it settled between the passengers. What the yeah, exactly. Now I understand the question. Arindam also said, excuse me a moment. Arindam also said he thought the LI community were asking wrong questions and making rather stupid suggestions, more like something that you would be better suited for on Twitter or Facebook, like ban booze on flights, no more, sack the employees, put the fellow in jail. Wow, okay, yeah, I kind of agree with that these are typical gut reactions, but they are from people who don't really think through the issue. Arindam added, I am thinking of service recovery, why these people couldn't take decisions at the point of sale or point of activity or whatever it might be. I agree, which brings me nicely on to my answer. Let's first talk distributed leadership, and this is from, again, a voyage of discovery on Google, where I found these interesting articles from an organisation called Business Balls. Okay. The majority of leadership models generally concern themselves with discussing the attributes and behaviours of individual leaders. Right? However, distributed leadership is a relatively recent concept which argues for a more systematic approach to leadership. In distributed leadership models, leadership is more disassociated from designated organisational roles, and instead the actions of all individuals of all levels of responsibility are recognised as integral to the organisation and successful functionality of the group or company. Distributed leadership puts leadership as a concept centre stage rather than the individual leaders themselves. In distributed leadership models, leadership is considered a group quality, ignoring sort of binary ideas of leader-follower functionality where all responsibility lies in the hands of the leader and all follows are subservient. Yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir. It can therefore facilitate the distribution of responsibility between individuals within an organisation based on expertise rather than on experience within a role. Next on my voyage of discovery, from an article called Distributed Leadership Definition and Key Concepts from the Indeed editorial team, when a business chooses to use distributed leadership method, it's creating an environment that empowers individuals to contribute to the larger goals of the organisation. Here are the ways that the ways this type of leadership can impact an organisation. 1. Everyone can share. Organisations using a distributed method welcome input and feedback from all team members. Leaders share opinions to improve workflow and collaboration. All members are open to suggestions and new ideas. 2. Everyone can innovate. Distributed leadership allows team members to make improvements using different innovative methods while the end goal is the same. The methods for reaching that goal can vary considerably. Those with subject matter expertise can create lasting solutions for business issues. 3. Everyone can advance. Dividing responsibilities amongst multiple people gives team members opportunities to show their skills and advance in the field. Existing leaders mentor, train and support new leaders to perpetuate the shared structure of the organisation. Leadership is a trait or skill to acquire rather than a strict position within the company. Those in the organisation believe that any employee can become a great guide. So true. And I think this is number 4. Can't remember. Everyone can collaborate. Yeah. In the workplace, individuals are responsible for completing complex jobs that require communication and multiple skill sets. When leadership is distributed, employees have a chance to work together to achieve challenging targets and accomplishing goals because they can rely on others for assistance. Those working on a project often have high levels of motivation to succeed. Excuse me, I've got another drink. Can you tell by my croaky voice? Next, from my voyage of discovery, from an article by Meredith Summers called Why Distributed Leadership is the Future of Management, written for MIT Management Sloan School. She recommends a checklist. We all like checklists, don't we? Yeah, to help leaders avoid pitfalls while moving to a distributed leadership model. When people at lower levels of the firm have ideas on new strategic objectives that have been vetted and tested, let those people participate in leading the change process. Give people a say in matching themselves with roles. Engage in two-way dialogue with potential candidates to consider who has the passion, the knowledge and the networks and the time availability to succeed, regardless of a person's role or level in the organisational hierarchy. Yeah, good one. Have an honest conversation with potential team members about their capacity to implement and what they can commit to the team. Provide coaching and learning opportunities so that people can practice the decision-making, entrepreneurial activity and influencing skills needed to work in this mode of operation. Provide opportunity for employees to meet one another and network across the organisation. Remember that moving away from a command and control mode of operating does not mean that senior managers or leaders cease to play a role in the change process. They are the architects who facilitate and enable entrepreneurial activity. Next, achieving change will require some combination of command and control and cultivate and coordinate styles. So we're looking for a kind of mix there, aren't we? So that was that one. As a final nod to the incident of the Air India thing, as a final nod to that incident that prompted the question, here are some of the things that were actually said. After the incident, Air India had formed an internal committee to investigate the complaint against Mr. I'm not going to call him by his name. He's in the news often enough already. Yeah. All right. Internal committee. Yeah. Okay. How long is that going to take? Air India has since de-rostered a pilot and 4 members of the cabin crew. Why? If they weren't empowered, why should they be de-rostered? The woman said she asked the crew for a change of seat, but was told that nothing was available and was instead offered a small seat that was used by staff. She alleged that the crew also brought the man to her against her wishes so he could apologise. Absolutely bloody ridiculous. In his statement, and I'll name him, CEO Campbell Wilson promised a robust reporting system for unruly behaviour on Air India. What good is that going to do? Distributed leadership and empowerment of your people is the answer, Mr. CEO. All of those statements point to the need for proper distributed leadership, as it seems no one at the time actually took charge of the incident and handled it in an appropriate way, including the CEO. Whew, that's it. I hope I've answered your question, Arindam. Not all my own work, I'm afraid, but hey, I did the research, didn't I? Just have a whinge. Yeah, another one again. I'm getting a little bit, how can I say it? Fed up of saying this, but come on, people. All I ask, my one ask of you, is please subscribe to my channel and get notified for more videos like this and the other 60 I've uploaded so far. Please, the 70% of my watchers do not or have not subscribed or got notified yet. Do it! Nike! Thank you. Goodbye. Cheers.